Well, hello and welcome. My name is Roger, and this is your daily tarot map for Sunday, June 14th, 2015, using tarot to create the life you want. Well, first off, a big thank you to everybody for liking these videos, for sharing them on your social networks, for subscribing to this channel, as well as all your wonderful emails and comments. I really appreciate your support, and I appreciate you watching. So, as promised, today we begin working with a new deck for the coming week, and that deck is the Alchemical Tarot by Robert M. Place. Now, this is one of my favorite working decks, and it has been for quite a few years. The artwork is absolutely stunning. Now, the version that I'm using, or I will be using, is the second version. It was called the Alchemical Tarot Renewed. And from what I understand, version 4 is now at the printers. So if you go to the site and they're sold out, the new one will be out shortly. I think, according from the email I got, I think it was the end of this, or beginning of next month, that he's going to be shipping. So anyway, you can order the Alchemical Tarot from, pre-order, I should say, from Robert's website at alchemicaltarot.com. So, on to today's draw using the Alchemical Tarot. The three cards drawn randomly from the deck today were the Hermit, the Empress, and the Hanged Man. Wow, I think that's the first time we've ever gotten a major for all three of our card positions. Now, often, the daily card points to the need for action and movement, for getting things done. That's kind of what we've seen in past readings. But today, our cards seem to be giving us the opposite meaning. That is, it's time to spend time alone to figure things out or to work on your creative masterpiece. Now, the Hermit, as our first card of the day, is the epitome of being alone. Now, he is someone who disappears from society to discover meaning in his life. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're about to embark on a deep, life-changing spiritual quest, though it can. Now, maybe you're at a crossroads on the verge of making a life-altering decision, or perhaps you have a creative project that you've been meaning to complete but haven't gotten around to it. Whatever it is, the Hermit recommends some alone time, or at the very least, you are asked to trim back your busy schedule for the moment and pay attention to those things that you may have been neglecting. Now, this very well could be some sort of new creative project or venture, as suggested by our second card, the Empress. The Empress is a card of fertility, of abundance, of creativity. In fact, I've seen the Empress referred to as the creative in some decks. Now, the small child in this card can signify the fertility of the Empress. Now, this isn't just about making babies, but can represent giving birth to new ideas, to new projects, and new ventures. Now, when the Empress shows up in the reading, it may represent thoughts or projects conceived but not yet brought into being. Things that we don't always have time to work on, but would like to. So using some of that Hermit energy to pull back from our busy lives for a moment, we can spend the time and energy to work on those things that are important to us. Things that may even bring financial abundance in our life, as well as a deep sense of enjoyment. Now, our last card, the Hanged Man, is another card of inaction to the extreme. Now, the Hanged Man shows up in a reading to indicate a need of a reassessment. Though this is often of a spiritual nature, it can be of a practical nature as well. Now, it's worth mentioning here that the Hanged Man is often associated with sacrifice, of giving something up for the greater good. So it does have that connotation of suffering to it, but maybe not so much in today's case. So the idea of the Hanged Man kind of reinforces our last two cards. Spending time alone to work on what's important. Now, this could be that creative project that we mentioned with the Empress, or that new spiritual path that came up in our daily draw a couple of days ago. But it may involve giving something up. This could be your time, commitments, or even a job. That depends on what it is that's urging your spirit to retreat. So today, see if you can cut down on some of your commitments, or even better yet, take a little retreat to work on, plan, or figure out that pressing project or issue in your life. This is the time to slow down and to work on what's important to you. So, the message that I'm getting for these three cards today is Spend some time alone for contemplation or planning. We all need to sometimes figure out where we are going and why. So today's advice card comes from the Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards, and the card drawn randomly from the deck is number 34, Interlude. Okay, so we couldn't have asked for a more perfect and relevant card for our daily draw today. The Interlude card is what it implies. It's a card of pause and of rest. It represents a pause in normal activity to recharge your batteries, to recuperate, or even take care of pressing matters. Maybe even a new venture that we mentioned above. So the Interlude card reinforces nicely our interpretation of the 3 cards of today's draw. You need to withdraw and spend time alone. If you are especially burned out, stressed, anxious, or in need of any type of healing, you should especially appreciate the Interlude. And that is your Daily Tarot map for today. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button below. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Brightest blessings.